Hello everyone, welcome to Geometry again. This is again Mr. Saji. I have my contact details. If you have any questions or concern, feel free to contact me or set up an office hour. Today, we will learn about angles. So we can define variety of angles and angle pairs. We know we will have it when calculate angles or prove theorems. Here are some vocabularies: angle, obtuse angle, acute angle, straight angle, right angle, reflex angle, complete angle, supplementary angle, complementary angle, vertical angle, linear pair, adjacent, and some angle postulates. This is what we're gonna look into today. What is an angle? In geometry, an angle can be defined as a figure formed by two rays or segments meeting at common point. If you look at this figure, these two, you can see two rays meeting in a common point, which is O. If you see over here, two rays, and this is the meeting place or meeting point. So that's what they are saying it. If two rays or segments, two segments, meeting in common points, that will form an angle. When you write an angle, the meeting point, it's going to be in the middle. When you write this angle, you're going to put an angle sign, which is the symbol here, right front of how you're going to label it. And then, if you look into it, this is the meeting point. So you can either name the angle symbol and then A, or the meeting point is going to be in the middle, B, A or B. Or you can name B or A. It's the same thing. But only thing you have to make sure the meeting point has to be in middle. Here are some figures that describe obtuse angle, acute angle, right angle, and straight angle. What is obtuse angle? Obtuse angles are greater than 90 degrees. The degrees are the measurement of the angle. When you look at obtuse angle, it's going to be greater than 90 degrees. We will come back to that, how the 90-degree looks in later slides. Acute angle is less than 90 degrees. So if you measure this, it's going to be less than 90 degrees. The obtuse angle, again, it's greater than 90 degrees or more than 90 degrees. Acute angle is less than 90 degrees. A right angle, what is right angle? It's exactly 90 degrees, which is called right angle. It's perpendicular. These two lines, segments, are perpendicular to each other, okay? So if this is 90 degrees, if you take and put on here, this line going to be over here. But if you measure this, it's going to be right angle and plus the rest of the angle together, which is more than 90 degrees. That's what's called obtuse angle. If you take this 90 degree, it's right over here. If you look at it, acute angle, it's less than. If this is 90, you have to cover up some more, like more angle over here to make the 90 degrees. So this one is less than 90 degrees. Straight angle, it's a straight line. How many degrees is that? It's 180 degrees. If you look at it, you can take this right angle, you can put it over here, so it's gonna look over here. And then, I mean, it's going to fit over here, half of the way of this angle, and then another 90 degrees over here. So, which is straight angle, it's equal to 2 right angle, which is 290 degrees, which is 180 degrees. All right. Some type of angles over here with the measurements. So acute angle with 62 degrees, which is less than 90 degrees. See, did you see the little bubble sign over here? That's a symbol for degree. If you don't write degree, you can put that symbol. That's mean it's degree. See, right angle, which is 90 degrees. Obtuse angle, 135 degrees. Of course, because it's more than 90 degrees. Straight angle. You take 190 degree over here and then take another 90 degree over here. If you put together, it's going to be 180 degrees. Reflex angle, it's more than 180 degrees, but less than 360 degrees. So if you measure this way, it's going to be 240 degree, which is more than 180 degree. So if you look at it, if you draw a straight line over here, the bottom part is 180 degrees and plus that degree extra, which is more than 180 degrees. All right. Complete angle. If you are in a circle, if you start from one point and circle around and come back, it's going to be 360 degree if you come back to the same point. That's called complete angle. So you start, let's say if you have a clock, all right? And then this clock is moving, circle and come back to the 12 o'clock again. You know, it started from 12 o'clock and go back, go around it and come back again. That's mean it's 360 degree. It traveled 360 degree, okay? So if you look at it, the 90 degree, if you start from 0, if you go all the way up here, it's 90 degrees, 30, 60. So these two are obtuse angles, and then it's a right angle, and then it's what happened. These are acute angles, these are acute angle, it's less than 90 degrees, and then it's going to be obtuse angle, more than 90 degrees, but less than 180 degrees. And then it's going to be reflex angle, which is more than 180, but less than 360, okay? So that's called reflex angle. And then if you complete the cycle, you started from 0 and you are ending in the same place, you have 360 degrees, which is complete angle, okay? What is straight angle? Straight angle and supplementary angle have some kind of relationship. So if this is straight angle, we have 180 degrees. Now we know this is 75 degrees. Can you find the x? Yes, we could, because we know the total is 180 degrees and we already know this is 75. So what's going to happen? You're just going to take the 180 and subtract the 75 degrees, and then you will have whatever the rest of it, it's going to be this angle, which is 105 degrees. So there's a relationship with these two angles called supplementary, which mean 105 degrees, which is x, is supplementary for 75. That's mean if you have an angle and you're gonna add some angle with that, and if it's make to 180 degree, that angle called supplementary. In this case, 105 is a supplementary angle for 75. The reason is when you add 105, it will make the straight angle, which is 180 degrees. So this is how I found the x. So you know it's 75 degrees we have, and we don't know what is x. So I just put 75 plus x is equal to 180 degrees, which is also called linear pair. Line, linear, you can relate that. So this is the linear pair. So if you have these two angles, it will make a line, okay? So now to find the x, we subtract both sides 75 degrees. When you subtract it, x is equal to 105, which is a supplementary angle for 75. Or you can say 75 is a supplementary angle for x. It's the same thing, all right? And you know if it's more than 90 degrees, how do we call? More than 90 and less than 180, we call obtuse angle. Just for the reminder. Here you go. Another one, which is right angle and complementary angle. It's same kind of format that you dealt with the straight angle and supplementary angle. This one we're going to deal with, how do you call them? Right angle and complementary angle. Right angle is 90 degrees, so you can see it. Complementary angle is if you have a angle and you add some angle, and if it's come equal to 90 degrees, that angle will be called complementary angle. In this case, we have 37 degrees. To make 90 degrees, how many degrees we needed? That's the x. Can you find it? If you find it, that is the complementary angle for 37 degrees. Or you can say 37 degree is a complementary angle for x, because if you have an x, to make it 90 degrees, you have to add 37. Can you find the x? There you go. So right angle is 90 degrees. We know x plus 37 is 90. I'd rather put degree over here. Same thing over here, you can put degrees or a little bubble in there. So 90 minus 37 is 53 degrees, which is a complementary angle for 37 degree. So x is 53, okay? Any question? If you have any question, feel free to email me or text me or set up an office hour, okay? Adjacent angle. It's a little fancy word for just right next angle, the next angle, or right next to the one angle, all right? They always use that word, the fancy word, but it's not a big deal. It's next to you or next to one angle, which is called adjacent angle, okay? So in here, this angle over here, so the other angle, so angle A or B is an adjacent angle for COB, because COB is here, and right next to that, it's adjacent angle. Basically, if you have adjacent angle, they share one ray. In this case, they're sharing ray OB. They're sharing it. See, this angle and this angle sharing ray OB, okay? This is the tool that we use to measure degrees or the angle. See, you can see it. It's not clear over here. There's a line, straight line. If you look into it, start from 0 and goes 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, all the way up to 180. That's why it's straight line. Or you can start from here and come back. It's going to be 180. Start from 0, which is 0, and then all the way here, It's a straight line which is 180, okay? So a little construction over here, if you want to do it, or if you can't do it, please take a paper and try to do it. Draw two intersecting lines on your paper and see how many angles do you have if two line intersects. You know what is line. It goes from one end to other, I mean opposite and like extend all the way from one point, or from one point there's two opposite rays goes from one point, which is one line. And you will have two lines intersecting. Everybody know intersects, I believe. That's mean it's crossing through or passing through or meeting in one place, okay? So if you do it, it should like somehow, I mean like it doesn't have to be exactly like that, but I will guarantee you, you will have one intersecting point. So if you have some kind of picture like this, that's great. So how many angles we have? 1, 2, 3, 4 angles. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to learn new angle, which is called vertical angle. It's a pair of opposite angle if you have two lines intersect. All right. So in this case, angle X, we already name as X. So we can call this angle is angle X, is opposite side. So what is the other one? Which is this angle also. These two angles are vertical X, okay? I mean vertical angles. All right, and also same thing, these two angles, which is Y, are vertical angle because they are opposite. If you look at it, these two angles doesn't share any rays. See, these two rays making this angle, and these two rays making this angle, so it doesn't share any angle. So these two are vertical angle if two lines intersect in one point, or these also vertical angles. How about these two? These called adjacent angle, or you can, because this is a straight line, you can see that as a supplementary angle for each other. Y is a supplementary angle for X. X is a supplementary angle for Y. All right. There's a vertical angle theorem. If two angles are vertical, then they are congruent. Congruent also, it's a fancy word. It's basically saying exactly the same. So if you look at it, these two angles are exactly same. If you cut this angle and put on top of it, it will fit right exactly on that, okay? So if two lines are intersecting in one point, then the vertical angles are congruent. Please understand this one and try to memorize it because we will use a lot in geometry this theorem. All right. The reason, if you want, I will give you the reason behind it. You don't need to go that much, or you don't need to worry that much about it, because these two angles together make a straight line. All right. So Y is the supplementary angle for the X when you look at it in this straight line. Now you take this straight line, you will see the same thing. It's 180 degree or straight angle, and Y is the supplementary angle for this angle. Therefore, these two angles are same, because when you add for this angle plus this, it's going to be 180. The same thing if you add this angle and plus this angle, it's going to be 180. So if you take away that piece, these two are same. All right. You don't need to worry about theorem 6.1. I mean, you don't need to name it, but I want you to know if two lines intersect each other, then the vertically opposite angles are equal, which is called vertical angle. You know, this is the proof. If you want to look at it, two lines, it's crossing out. Vertically opposite angles are equal. So AOC and BOD are equal. The proof is by linear pair means what? If you have two angles and they make 180 degrees, that's called linear pair. So AOC plus BOC, AOC plus BOC is equal to 180 because of this line. This is a straight angle pair, linear pair, or supplementary angle. That's the same thing, AOD plus AOC, this one. So let's make these two same angle because they are sharing the same angle to make 180 degrees. If you have any question on this, some people struggle in proofs, but you can come anytime. 2 office hours, we will work on it or we will practice on it. I'll try my best to help you to understand this one. I highly recommend if you don't understand, please come and get these things like easy for you and get understand on this. The reason is if you understand these parts, then entire geometry is going to be pretty easy. We're going to use these things for all kind of geometries. Even if you go to college, you need to know these things if you're taking a geometry class. So be clear on this. But I don't think it's a hard stuff. Only thing you just have to memorize a little bit and understand exactly what's going on. All right. All right. Postulate. What is postulate? We already looked into it. Geometry is built on statement called postulate. Postulates are statements in geometry that are accepted as truth. So, like point, we accept that there's a point exists, but doesn't have thickness or length or width. All right. If it's a line, at least there will be 2 points, and that line go through those 2 points. So how many lines can go through 2 points? Which is 1. If you think it's more than 1, it's wrong. It's just have to be 1 line can go through 2 points. For example, we have P and Q. Can you draw another line which is go through that? Some people can say, yes, on top of this line, we can draw another line, but it's the same line, you know? So therefore, only 1 line can go through 2 points. There's another one. If 2 distinct lines intersect, then their intersection is a point, which is this. So if 2 lines intersect, there will be 1 point they can intersect, okay? So here are some questions. Or I mean, like, you know, try just for the practice, you know. If from this figure, you're gonna answer, or like, you know, name some supplementary angles, pair of supplementary angles. What is supplementary angle? If you add those 2 angles, it's gonna be equal to what? 180 degrees. So if you can find 2, I mean, like, you know, pairs of supplementary angle, please let me know. You know, and name a pair of vertical angles. You know what is vertical angle? We just looked at it. These are the vertical angles. So when 2 lines crosses, the opposite angle called vertical angle. So if you can find that, name it. And what is the measurement of QUN? QUN. In here, you can notice one thing I just want to tell you. If you see this like a box, that means it's 90 degrees or right angle, okay? So now you have to find QUN. You can use any theorem that we learned or any postulate that we learned, you can use to figure out. So if you figure out, please let me know. Here's a useful link. I can send you those links. Also, if you keep it, I mean, if you can, I don't know, it's a good idea to put it over here, but I will send you this link, guys, so you can watch some or learn something from this link, okay? Any questions or concern? Again, feel free to text me, set up an appointment for office hours, or email me, and then we can go from there. All right. Thank you guys for another wonderful class. I will see you in my next video.